Week 11, week 11 recap. The heck? Hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's see. We got some interesting stuff. Interesting stuff to talk about. Playoff race is getting, the playoff picture is coming in more clear. We have a couple clinchers, playoff clinchers, and the cold plunge race is also making some headway. So let's get to it. We'll start with the matchup to watch. It was the True on the Big Dog Story versus Big Balls. As many of you probably already know from Jeff's message, um, big got big balls got big dogs. This is a tough loss for Big Balls for a couple reasons. Drops 3 straight. Now on the outside looking in. What hurts the most is that there's a lapse of focus from management. They had a trade on the table with True Under Big Dog Story 2 weeks ago. Jerry Jeudy for Tank Bigsby, and Big Balls just completely. It was sitting out there for him to accept. Big Balls just completely forgot about it. Trade expires, and Jeudy goes for 24 points. Big Balls loses this one by 30 points. Jeudy's on Big Balls' team. He starts him. It's 20 more. It's about 15 more points for him. True Under Big Dog Story has to start with someone else. Probably loses 15 points. Probably ends up being a Big Balls win there. So just tough. Lack of focus from Big Balls. Not happy about that. So Big Balls drops to 5-6. True Under Big Dog Story 5-6. Next up is Capone's V card versus Fear the Choge. Fear the Choge gets another win, 112 to 105. Fear the Choge is here. He has been gun chained from the playoffs, but if anybody knows Fear the Choge, he's not just gonna roll over and just go quietly. He's gonna start messing up some playoff positions. He's gonna start screwing up people's playoff hopes. Capone's V card with a win this week, in all likelihood, was a lock for the playoffs. Now it gets very interesting. Capone's V card plays Big Balls in rivalry week. Big Balls is right behind them. That could be a huge game, depending on how next week plays out and how week 14 plays out. But this is what Fear the Choge is looking to do. They're here to ruin days, and they're here to not quit. So 3-8 now for Fear the Choge. Next up, the Goblins versus Dog Pound. Goblins 120, Dog Pound 108. The Goblins are a game back from the bye. 8-3, locked in a playoff spot. Just a well-managed team. Fun fact about the Goblins: a couple weeks ago we were looking at league history and just kind of we were a couple members were out to dinner and we were looking at the league history on the app and going through a couple different teams. We get to the Goblins. Average finishing position for the Goblins is 9th place. Goblins' best ever finish in this league, best ever finish that they've had is 6th place. We've been doing this 10 years. Best ever finish is literally bottom part of the top half in 10 years in a thing that is mostly just luck, a lot of luck. Um, Incredible. Is this where the Goblins, turn it around? Are they gonna, now they've locked up a playoff spot? Is it just gonna be round one exit, or are they actually? Is this where the Goblins turn the corner? Dog Pound drops to 6-5. Swamp Dicks versus Hurley and Chuck Shear. Um, Swamp Dicks 150, Hurley and Chuck Shear 131. 38 points from Hurley and Chuck Shear, or from Taysom Hill for Hurley and Chuck Shear, and it gets wasted. We've talked about the Swamp Dicks and how they have this core three of the big three of Breece Hall, Saquon Barkley, and Derrick Henry. And I swear, every week, two of them have 30 points. And they actually have a big four now. Joe Burrow has entered the conversation. Joe Burrow, Breece Hall, Saquon Barkley, and Derrick Henry every given week are a 30-point threat. No other team has four guys like that. And on top of that, these guys are also have very solid floors. So this is a very solid team, and there's no wonder why they are the top scoring team in the league through 11 weeks. 27 from Breece Hall, 33 from Saquon, 30 from Joe Burrow. The Swamp Dicks, they have like a little bit of a hole at wide receiver and tight end, but the four horsemen, we can call them, these four horsemen are, in my opinion, enough to carry them. So yeah, Hurley and Chuck Shear, tough loss. They dropped to 5-6. They still hold the 7th spot for the playoffs because they have the third highest points scored. So they will hold that tiebreaker. Two more wins for Hurley and Chuck Shear. If they get to 7 wins, they're locked for the playoffs. 6-8 potentially, but doubtful. So moving on, Tasty Boys Club versus Catalina Wine Mixins. Tasty Boys Club 120, Catalina Wine Mixins 158. Tasty Boys Club in very big trouble now that Choach has gotten a win. This is, in all likelihood, let's see, we have to see the tiebreaker. Okay. They hold the tiebreaker over Fear the Choach by 100 points, so it's not a foregone conclusion, but the Tasty Boys Club need to get a win, and they need it badly. The Cold Plunge race, I think it's safe to put this as a two-man race between Tasty Boys Club and Fear the Choach. So we will see how that shakes out. Catalina Wine Mixins improved to 6-5. Next up, Elmwood Lawyer versus Cambodians. Cambodians take their second loss of the whole season, 126-90. Elmwood Lawyer improves to 4-7. Elmwood Lawyer is not out of the playoff race either. They need to win out, but if they are able to do that, they'll need to win out, and they might need a little couple other things to happen. But they are very much not eliminated from the playoffs yet. So let's see. We'll do some playoff picture real quick just so we can see what's going on. So first off, let's ESPN doesn't have it like this, but it is it's a 99.999% chance. But we have 3 playoff spots locked in. Cambodians are in, Goblins are in, Swamp Dicks are in. In the hunt, we have Catalina Wine Mixins, Capone's V-Card, Dog Pound, Hurley and Chuck Shear, Big Balls, True Under Big Dog Story, and Elmwood Lawyer. Out of the playoff picture and done, Fear the Choach and the Tasty Boys Club. So let's see what we're looking at for this week's matchups. If there's anything that's big. Oh yeah. Yeah, we have two big ones. For playoff implications. So we got Big Balls versus Cambodians, Goblins versus Capone's V-Card, Fear the Choach versus Swamp Dicks, Dog Pound versus Tasty Boys Club. Hurley and Chuck here versus True Under Big Dog Story. Catalina Wine Mixins versus Elmwood Lawyer. The two matchups to watch will be Hurley and Chuck Shear and True Under Big Dog Story, both at 5 and 6. Winner here. Um, winner here. Their playoff odds improve drastically. Loser here. They're in deep danger. 6 and 6 versus 5 and 7. Can't underestimate how big of a difference that is. Catalina Wine Mixins versus Elmwood Lawyer. We have a 6 and 5 versus 4 and 7. Elmwood Lawyer needs this one to stay alive. Catalina Wine Mixins need this one to all but lock up a spot for them. So that's what we're looking at for week 12. Remember, week 13 is rivalry week. I don't think it was like this last year, but this year rivalry week is falling on Thanksgiving week. Maybe it was like that last year. I can't remember, but that'll be fun. Some turkey and some rivals. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was on Thanksgiving last year, if I remember. I don't know, but regardless, should be a fun Thanksgiving. We will talk about that next week. But other than that, that's all we really have for week 11. Good luck to everybody this week, and I will be back with power ranking next week and playoff picture updates.